Hello, welcome to Mama Sue's Kitchen. I'm glad you're with me today. It's a beautiful day here and I wanted to show you a recipe that I found on Pinterest. And one of Harold's favorite things when we go to the Dairy Queen, he'll either get a Butterfinger Blizzard, a chocolate strawberry blizzard, or a pineapple milkshake. He loves anything with pineapple. So I found this recipe that is pineapple bread pudding, and it looks so easy. The first thing you're going to do is take an 8x8 Pyrex dish, baking dish, and spray it. You want it sprayed. Then you take 1 stick of butter, and my butter is salted. It doesn't matter, but that's what I'm using. And then to the butter, you're going to put 1 cup of white sugar. Then I'm going to use my hand mixer, and I'm going to mix it until it's thoroughly mixed. Okay, now I am taking 6 eggs, and it said to put them in one at a time. Now I went ahead and I cracked all of my eggs, and I'm going to just put one in at a time and just mix that. I don't want to get my KitchenAid out for a small job, so just a hand mixer. I started to just use my whisk, but you know, I want this mixed really well, so. You know, I would have cracked them in here without putting them in a bowl, but some of you get upset when I do that. So I don't want to upset you. They say it could be a bad egg. Okay. And then I'm going to put the last 2 in at the same time. You know, you have to kind of go against the recipes every once in a while. Okay, I'm going to add 1/2 tablespoon of vanilla flavoring, and I'm just gonna, looks like a 1/2. Now, the recipe calls for 6 slices of white bread, and it specified stale white bread. It says it does better, and if you don't have stale white bread, they said put it out on the counter overnight. Well, I did, and you know what? It is like toast. But what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to add this. You can see I just cubed it, and I didn't cut the crust off. And the recipe called for a 20-ounce can of crushed pineapple drained. And I Did that. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to mix all of the butter, white sugar, eggs, and vanilla, and this stale bread and crushed pineapple together. Make sure it's all saturated. Move that hand mixer out of the way. Looks like it is. Now I'm going to take my dish, pour this in it. It smells good, the butter and the pineapple. It really does smell good. Now let me get that kind of spread out really good. And the very last thing we're going to do is I've taken a half a cup of brown sugar that's packed, it says, so it's in there pretty good. And I'm going to sprinkle that on top. I have preheated my oven to 350 degrees. You know, some people would be able to just use the cup and sprinkle that perfectly across that, but I have to use my hands. But anyway, I have preheated my oven, and the recipe says to cook it for 50 to 55 minutes. And when it comes out, I'll be back to show you. Okay, the pineapple bread pudding stayed in the oven for 50 minutes. I really think it could have come out of mine at 45. It's good and golden brown, but it's going to be delicious. I'm going to get some out so you can see. Goodness. That is good and hot. Man, that smells so good, but it's too hot for me to try to eat right now. But this was one of 12 tomatoes recipes off of Pinterest, and I like to try other folks' recipes, and this is going to be a winner, I'm sure, because Harold is an expert on pineapple, and we're about to eat it when it cools just a little bit, and we may put some Bluebell vanilla ice cream with it. But anyway, I just want to remind you to be salt and light. This is one of my aprons. I think there's still some available on my website, MamaSue'sSouthernKitchen.com. Y'all share my page, go to YouTube, and if you're not following me there, you can see me there too. But the recipe's on my website also. I'll be back soon, and just remember that I love you, and I'll see you soon.